Class, welcome to the Spring 26 semester. My name is Arkady Hangiev. I'm your instructor for the semester here. And I was not able to do the Zoom session this week, and all with the technical difficulties that we had this week. I'm so sorry about that here. Hopefully, next week is going to be a little better, but I did want to just record a video about the class itself. I'm going to try to keep it very quick and very short, but if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to email me back about it here, but let's go with it here. I just want to go over the overview of the class and then what do you expect on the My Math Lab as well. So here we go. And let me get to sorry, let me get to our class here real quick. All right, now we can share. All right, so this is our class right here that for the semester here. So what I want to do is just want to go over a few things here. So the introduction of me, that was just a quick little video intro. There's a syllabus. Please read that as well. And then now that finally the My Math Lab is up, then let's do that here. Let me take the video off just because it's easier. Bandwidth is a lot easier to do it this way here. All right, this is the meeting that I skipped. So right over here, I'm going to have this little video actually right over here sitting if you want to look at it. And then I also have previous semester's videos. Essentially, they're the same because they're using Canvas and they're using My Math Lab. So very similar. You'll just see the fall of 25 on there or the spring of 25 as the videos, but essentially the class is the same. All right, we also have office hours 1 to 2 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and starting now, basically. And then I also put a little schedule up here. So then what I would like for you to do with the schedule here, I took some time with it. If you can download it, this is what I would do. I would just download it and have it with you um, for the semester. But let's take a look at it together here. So what I essentially did is I have pretty much everything due on Fridays, and it's every other Friday, almost every other Friday. So we have 18 weeks, but we have 10 chapters to do. So if you can kind of see, there's 3 and 4 every other one. I kind of put in the holidays as well. There's chapter 5, and we have the midterm exams right over here. Also, there's something called grade checks, and essentially those are just email me, how are you doing in the class? Just want to make sure you're doing okay. There are also discussion boards. Discussion boards are usually started on the Monday of that week, and they finish on that Friday. So you essentially have a week to do those. And let me go back up just up here, just to make sure I got all of them. So there is discussion board number 4, discussion board number 3, discussion board number 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, so what I did is because I was so late in getting, or the My Math Lab took late to set up here, I took this chapter 1 due and made it a week later. So technically it's due on the 23rd. Just so you have that and have that with you here. Okay, that's the schedule. My suggestion is please, please, please download it, have it with you, print it out if need be, have it there. And then just a suggestion, the syllabus. Syllabus is another thing that you probably want to download, have it with you. Even if you go to a four-year school, sometimes they may require you to show a syllabus of this class. Now you already have it saved somewhere on your computer. That's a cool thing to do. And then I'm going to give announcements. This is a week 1 announcement, just basically saying welcome to the class. Then there's resources. So here it is. This is all the stuff that throughout the semesters students have given me to saying, hey, this is really cool to look at. If it helps you, please do so. There's the organic chemistry tutor. Some college students swear by him because he's good at explains not only statistics but other classes. Mario math tutoring. That's another one that students came up and said, hey, this was a good one. Khan Academy. Of course, hopefully people have heard of that one. And then we have mine right here. So this is the full playlist. But essentially, what I was thinking about is for you guys to learn the content of the course. You'd go to these videos and go from there. But I'll explain a little more as we go. So we do have discussion boards. The first one is just introduction of yourself to the class. And here's what I was thinking through as we go. So basically, you take the PowerPoint slides, you could print them out, you could just download them only, but these are essentially the lectures for the class itself. And so anything in highlight, I kind of tell the class that's in person, I tell them, that's probably what if I was a student, that's what I would be writing down. So essentially, they're just PowerPoints. All right, what I would want to get to though is the videos underneath here. So that's for chapter one. And then I have the chapter one video. So if you click on this one here, it should take you to the page in YouTube here. And then just click on the click. And I'll probably just watch it in YouTube. It'd just be easier because then you can go full screen on it and everything else. But essentially, this is me teaching the same exact class about 2 years ago. And so it is a way for you to understand the material, play, hear my voice, all the good stuff there. Right there. So this is the way you probably get the content of the class itself. That's one major way to do it. I'm going to get out of there. And essentially, that's exactly how the chapters go. So download the PowerPoint. Sorry, going a little slow here. Just getting rid of stuff here. Okay, so let's see if this will go faster. And hopefully it didn't get stuck here. Okay, back to it here finally. Okay, so then also you can get to the syllabus right here if need be. And then you're going to take a look at your grades right over here as well. I can't access it because I'm a teacher, not a student. So go from there. All right, and that's essentially what's on Canvas for the most part here. So now we're going to go to Pearson. So when you click on Access Pearson, this is the content side. This is where you can turn in your homework, your midterm, your final as well. So click on Open Pearson. And if you have registered for it, you should see this little orange tab to enter it. If you haven't, it's going to be blue. And you really essentially going to click on it. And you have 14 days as a free trial. I did find out it's 104.99 for the semester um, to have it. So here's what we got here. We open it up. And you're going to do most of your work for the content of the class right here. I do want to show you three things here. So first of all, how do you get to the work itself? Let's do that here. Let's forget the survey for now. I'm going to do the student version here. So as you log in, you should see a calendar. Absolutely. As you click on it, this is the start of something. And notice it says it's due the 23rd now. This is chapter one homework. And click on the homework itself. And there it is. So there's 33 questions on the homework for chapter one. You roughly have about 2 weeks to finish it. As you're going through the videos, understanding the videos, and then you can kind of pop back to the homework. And so you kind of see it. And essentially, this is what it looks like. A sample subset population. And this is just vocabulary because chapter one is literally about vocabulary. So let me give you the wrong answer, just so to show what it looks like. There it is, incorrect. You can try again. You can go on to the next question if you like, but try again. Let's do the correct thing right here. So I'll give you a little red X if it's wrong. And then if it's right, then it just moves you on to the next question. And essentially, that's what you do for the semester for homework. And then you will also be doing the midterm here as well as the final. So let me go back to course here. Perfect. And then don't bother with this gradebook because this gradebook doesn't have the percentages and it doesn't calculate the discussion boards and anything else that's on Canvas. So look at your Canvas grade for that. All right. The other part I want to show you is that you do have an ebook here. So if you wanted to actually read through the ebook as a PDF, go for it. There's a video presentation of the ebook as well, which is kind of cool. But here's Get to it here. So chapter one, chapter two. Go to that. So there's a video of certain things about the book itself. There it is. And so it's a person explaining it. So if you don't like my explanation on the videos as I'm teaching the class, there's the other one. These are the basically the publisher videos for the class itself. And that might be useful to you. And that's great if it is. Right there. Still trying to get to the ebook here. So let's see. All right, these are all right. And then the other way to do it here. So this is just to access the videos themselves. But if you want to access to the textbook itself, so click on here, and then it says right here, access your ebook by chapter. So there it is. So then you do have the ebook itself. And you can scroll through the content for the duration of the time that you have the subscription. All right, taking a little while to load here. There it is. And then essentially you have the book in front of you. If you want to take a look at it, usually what students do is if they don't see something that they didn't grasp, they'll just kind of read through it here. So they do have a little introductory video to each chapter as well. And then let's see if they actually did the. All right, they do have some try it yourself exercises that you can do. They do have the answers in towards the back there. So there's the ebook piece. All right, the other piece I want to show you is this thing called the Video Resource Library. Right here. So if you just click on chapter, we'll do chapter one, and I'll just do all sections, and I'll just show you everything I have. So let's select all. So I want to do everything here. All right, so what they have here is per chapter. So they have some animations per chapter. If you're curious, I want to get into it here. Then there's at the end of the chapter, they have just a few questions for the test prep if you want to try those yourself here. They have videos on each of the sections. Notice they sometimes range from 8 minutes to 15 minutes. So you have one of the authors or explaining the session there. All right, then you can go directly to the textbook as well. These are just some applets. And then if you need to go through some slides on the study slides, but I'll let you kind of explore this area. The one thing I would probably, if I would have done, I would probably, if I'm not watching the videos that I've made for the class, you probably want to watch at least these here as an overview for the section itself. All right, so there's the My Math Lab portion there. So getting back to here, here, and that is it. Hopefully that it was enough just to sort of get you started here. I will say at the previous semester's meetings, I'd actually held a meeting with students in it. So it is a little bit longer. This one's about 45 minutes right over here. So if you want an expanded view, of course, the calendar is going to be off because it's fall 25 instead of spring 26. But essentially the content of how you go through the class is exactly the same. So for the expanded view, I know we did this for just about 20 minutes here, but if you want the 45-minute version, it would be right here as well to look through. All right. Then I'm also going to start responding to your initial emails about staying in the class. I know I didn't do it this week here, so I'll be doing that today and tomorrow. But I wish you guys a great semester, and hopefully it could be of help when you do it, and happy studying.